Yo, what's the haps? All right, so check it out. Um, ooh, I do want Conan the Barbarian. Not gonna hold you, but I ain't got Conan the Barbarian money right now. You know what I'm talking about? Mm, all right, man. All right, let me get to the shit, bro. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, man. Speak on a few things as it is pertaining to. I'm gonna just call it the next gen drill, Chicago drill. You know what? I just say drill in general. I'll just say the next generation of drill. That includes Philly drill. Now in Kansas City, we don't got drill music. We got funk music, which is it's essentially drill, just sound different, but the premise is the same. You get what I'm saying? But um, how do I want to start this? All right, this was years ago. This was like early 2010s when Chief Keef just got on the scene. And shout out to Chief Keef, man. Straight up. Shout out to Chief Keef for all you young whippersnappers coming up, especially from the Chicago area. Y'all need to really use Chief as the blueprint, you know. And before I go any further, let me just say, let me say this. I'm not, those are not my politics. So all the shit that's going on in Chicago are not my politics. You understand? So don't try to put the jacket on me. Oh, he playing both sides. Don't do that. You get what I'm saying? For one, I'm like 10 years older than Chief Keef's generation. Chief Keef, the Lil Durk, King Von, FBG Duck. I got them by 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm I was born in '84 to put it in perspective. You get what I'm saying? So I can't play both sides because y'all not even my playmates. You get what I'm saying? So I'm above the fray when it comes to that. All I can do is try to quell the situation. I try to bring insight. I try to shed light on some things where you young boys may be in the dark. That's all I can do for y'all. You get what I'm saying? So now, with that said, it was something. This was back when Chief Keef had just first came out, and apparently or allegedly, he had some disrespectful things to say about the neighborhood Harvey. If you don't know what Harvey is a south suburb of Chicago. Down by fucking, I want to say it's by South Holland and all that, down there by I-80 and whatnot. But he said some things about Harvey, right? And it was an older gentleman. This gentleman, he probably was from my generation. He responded to Chief Keef on video. He was out there on his block, and I guess somebody, an interviewer, approached him and said, how you feel about Chief Keef saying "woo wham out the bam"? And what he said in his response to Chief Keef and what Chief Keef said, it was very insightful, and it stuck with me to this day. And what he said was to Chief in so many words. I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, "Man, you just a shorty, man. You a shorty. You jumping off into shit that you really don't know anything about." And he said this. He said, "Man, he said, just let your dreadlocks get a little longer, and you'll see what I mean." You know what I'm saying? It's like the old folks used to say. Well, they still say it, and hell, I say it. Just keep going to sleep and waking up. You'll see what I mean. It might not resonate with you today, but I guarantee you, if you keep going to sleep and waking up, eventually you're gonna be like, you know what, that Joker was right. You did.
Sonya Blade.
And it would have been
Jax.
how you say, it would have been beneficial if, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, if those, hold on, let me go ahead and do this fatality real
Sundong.
quick.
Finish him.
Ninja vanish. Ooh. Smoke bomb. Oh my god, that is just brutal.
Fatality. Smoke wins.
Hey, shorty, you saluting with the wrong hand, but all right. Um, it would have been beneficial if, let's say, Lil Scoon had taken that advice, you know, because essentially what the OG was trying to was trying to convey to Chief Keef, and I'm pretty sure that Chief Keef got the message because I listen to Chief Keef's music. I fuck with his music. I'm not gonna hold you. I haven't heard him make a diss about Harvey since. You get what I'm saying? So what Lil Scoon and all those other guys who are currently now dissing FBG Duck is like, dude, you're getting, you're jumping off into beef and you're involving yourself and you're throwing yourself into the fray and you're getting into wars and starting wars that don't even involve you, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know what the genesis, what the 0 point was behind that war. You get what I'm saying? Because let's just be honest. Let's say you got red team, blue team, right? They're going up. These are two opposing armies, right? The red team, they're going to push their propaganda and say, well, the reason why we going to war is because the blue team did this. And then the blue team, they're going to push their propaganda and say, well, the reason we going to war is because the red team did this. Nobody really knows why the war jumped off. You know what I'm saying? Because if you actually want to just be honest with yourself, depending on if you're a red team or a blue team, nigga, shit, if you're on a red team, shit, the red team could have been on some bogus shit and started it. And conversely, if you're on the blue team, shit, the blue team could have been on some bogus shit and started the war. You know what I mean? And now you got a whole different faction, a third party faction who wants to jump in and pick sides. It's like, dude, you don't know what's going on here. So why are you jumping in the mix on some shit that don't even involve you? That's where you messed up at. So all these guys that's running around here, these next generation Chicago drill artists, and I'm gonna throw Scrooly G in there as well, even though he is an indie animal. You feel me? shout out to GI. No shade, none of that. No shade. I got folks that's from GI. I got folks from the rack and GI. You know what I'm saying? But then you got, let's say, a purple. So you got the red team, blue team. Now you got the purple team. Now here come the purple team. Now the purple team want to say, you know, we're gonna side with the red team, and we're gonna start dissing and the blue team. And now members from the blue team is like, nigga, but what is you doing? Like, little nigga, you you know, you not even my playmate. You feel me? Like, we wasn't on the same playground together playing kickball and dodgeball. You know what I'm saying? Like, them guys on that side, the red team, like, nigga, they are in our generation. So they have a legitimate gripe to be dissing and being on that with us. But nigga, you not even, you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? And not to sound too policey, but you know, it's there's a spiritual element to all of this. You get what I mean? And uh, there was a piece of pottery, ancient pottery from if you're familiar with the movie Troy, if you're familiar with Achilles and Hector, right? Um, Apparently, you want to talk about ancient Rome and ancient Greece and all that other stuff. Hector killed Achilles' cousin. Achilles was mad. So Achilles challenged Hector to a to a fade, right? Essentially. Achilles bested him, right? Okay, you killed Hector. Fair enough. That wasn't enough for Achilles. Achilles then tied Hector's body to his chariot and dragged Hector's body in front of the Troy Empire, essentially desecrating his body. Now, on this piece of pottery, this piece of artwork, right, you have Achilles on a chariot dragging Hector's body. The spirit of Hector jumps out of the body and is about to pounce on Achilles. That's a metaphor. You get what I'm saying? That's why folks really need to stop dissing the dead. Let the dead rest. It will serve y'all YNs some good to start playing Assassin's Creed. If you play Assassin's Creed, the whole motif through Assassin's Creed is that okay, we are trained assassins, we have targets that we eliminate, but once we eliminate those targets, we respect the dead and just let them rest. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, we had to issue out judgment on them in this physical plane, but once we get them out the physical plane and they go to the spiritual plane, we let them rest. You know what I'm saying? That's a basic spiritual principle that I think will serve a lot of people well to adhere to, if you get what I'm saying. Because it's not by coincidence that, Lil Spoon, Lil Jeff, and Schooly G, they up here throwing their hat in the ring, dissing folks. They ain't got no disrespecting the dead, right? And then Lil Jeff, you know, he he essentially got put up on a hit. You feel me? And then Lil Spoon gets backdoored. You're not connecting the dots. You're not seeing it. And then now you got from those four, Lil Jeff, Spoon, Q50, and Schooly G, you got two left. Q50 and Schooly G. Now they done clicked up. It's like, dude, how about y'all just stop? You know what I'm saying? Just stop. Stop dissing Doug. Stop involving yourself in matters that don't involve you. You get what I'm saying? There's a verse in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs. Um, it says, man, getting into a quarrel that is not your own is like seizing a dog by the ear. You ever seen a pit bull, especially if it's a pit bull that you don't know that it's not yours? Would you just walk up to that pit bull and just snatch it by the ear? Hell no. That motherfucker will take a chunk out your ass. That's essentially what these guys are doing when they want to throw their hat into the ring and get the choosing sides. Okay, you choosing the red team side because they got the most clout. You want to choose the red team side to go against the blue team because the red team got the clout. I see the logic behind it, but before you take your hand off that chess piece, you need to look around that chess piece and be like, okay, do I want to lose this piece? And if I take my hand off of this piece, can my opponent take this piece? Basic chess principles, man. Let me try another fatality real quick, man. Because I don't think y'all hearing me. Matter of fact, since we talking about, nah, I ain't gonna go there with you. Then you got
Tanya.
the backdoor queen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say her name. That shit crazy. Yeah, we gonna get Buddy right here.
Ghostface. Darius.
Darius. Nigga, it's Darius, bro. It's pronounced Darius, not Darius.
Chameleon.
I ain't seen her fatality yet.
Tomb of the Dragon Army. Finish him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fatality. Tanya wins.
I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it. Anyway, yeah, man. So it would, and listen, this is telling you new niggas, man. Listen, I know we living in generation uh troll slash generation clout chase, man, but man, listen, you gotta take the stairs, man. There's no get rich quick scheme. Trust me, I've tried them all. There is no get rich quick scheme. You gotta take the stairs, buddy. Yes, it's gonna be an arduous task climbing those flights of stairs. I get it. I get it. But my nigga, y'all is young. Y'all 18, 19, 20 years old. Like, wow. Here's another thing, man. Listen, let me say this. I know people say all attention is good attention. No, it is not. No, it's not, man. That is a lie. And I'm not gonna say it's a lie, but it's a half truth. It's a half truth. Yeah, all attention is good attention if you are prepared for the fallout. You get what I'm saying? Like if you're prepared, then yeah, all attention is good attention. But if you're unprepared, bruh, you know, you're gonna get the attention of the wrong motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? I had to tell this joker not too long ago. I said, listen, man, I know you trolling. I know you're a troll. And you think you're sitting up here keying to yourself like hee hee hee. I'm trolling him. Look, he's upset. Huh. He's paying attention to me. My brother, you do not, and I told him this, these are my exact words. I said, you do not want to be the object of my fixation. You don't want me fixating on you. You don't want me thinking every waking thought about you. You don't want that. You may think you do, but I promise you, you don't. You know what I'm saying? In the same way, you know. And shout out to Trenches News, man, because he said it best, man. These guys is on drugs. They living in an alternate reality. You get what I'm saying? Like, so their whole perception of reality is just completely skewed. You know what I mean? You know, and this for my guys who ever been on a bender of whatever substance you've been on, whether that's alcohol, weed, pills, whatever. If you've ever been on a bender, you know when you go into that plane of existence, it's a different world. And then when you come out of that bender and you start to sober up, you like, oh damn, ooh, shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like two different worlds. It's like when you're on those substances, it's like you're in a alternate dimension. You get what I'm saying? But the rules that govern your body are in this dimension, are in the physical dimension. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I don't want to get too spooky and too esoteric and shit. I hope this is making sense to somebody because you have people. I'm not even gonna beat up on the YNs. All right, because you got grown folks with gray hairs and shit doing this shit. They live their whole life in a fog or in an alternate dimension. That's where they operate. That's where they feel comfortable. They feel comfortable in this alternate dimension. But everything that they need to pay attention to is in this dimension, is in the physical, it's in reality, it's based in reality. And Ice Cube had a line that always stuck with me. He said, when it's sink or swim, you gotta think to win. Let me say that again. When it's sink or swim, you gotta think to win. So your consciousness needs to be rooted in the physical, especially when shit starts to get real. Get your ass up out of that alternate reality that you like to dally about in and come to the physical. You get what I'm saying? Because that's where your body is. You feel me? Anyway, let me stop because I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a rest right now. But yeah, man, last word of advice to you young whippersnappers, man. Stay out of grown folk business. Stay out of grown folk business.